In a previous video we showed how you can put a map and a combo box on a dialog component, and then when you make a selection from the drop down box you can make an AJAX callback to populate the map showing all of the airports in the state that was selected. So for example, there's Florida, there's Illinois, there's Montana, etc. In this video we're going to show how you can extend this example so that when the user clicks on a marker on a map, another AJAX callback takes place, and these controls here get populated with the data for the airport that was selected, and then also we zoom in the map to that particular airport. So here, for example, I'm going to go now and click on an individual marker now in South Carolina. This is in Fairfield County. So you can see now that an AJAX callback takes place. The data for the current airport gets filled in, and all of the markers for South Carolina got removed from the map, and now we just see a single marker for the airport that was selected. Also now the behavior of this particular marker has changed. So now when I click on this marker, nothing happens. However, when I move the marker, watch what happens when I drop the marker in its new location. So look at the latitude and longitude value over there. So I'm going to pick up this airport in Fairfield County and just move it to a new location. So as soon as I drop, you'll see that the longitude and latitude of the position where I dropped the marker now has been filled into this field over here, and if I were to actually click the submit button, this new data would be written back to the database. So I've just very easily moved the location of an airport. So now let's go back and take a look at how all of this was done. So just to recap, the first thing that we're going to do is look at how, when we put these markers on the map, we added a behavior to the marker so that when the user clicks on the marker, we navigate, we do a callback to actually get the data for that record. So let's go back now to design mode and go to the XBasic function that gets called when we're doing an AJAX callback to put the markers on the map. So if you look carefully here, you can see that this is our template. So this is the template for the JavaScript that's going to be generated by the A5 merge data into template function. So you can see that now what we've done is in the settings object, this is the JSON settings object that gets passed into the add marker method over here, we've added in an on-click event handler. So the on-click event handler is a JavaScript function. Data gets passed in, so that's the data is pointed to the map, to the marker object itself. And then inside this function we're going to call another JavaScript function called getData, which is a function that we wrote, and we'll look at it next. It's inside the JavaScript functions declarations over here, and we're going to pass into this getData function the ID of the airport that we clicked on, and also the latitude and longitude of that airport. So every time we click on a marker now, we're going to be calling this getData function and passing in the ID of the airport, the latitude, and the longitude. So let's go back here. We populate the map, and now when I click on this button over here, we're going to be calling that this getData function. So now let's go take a look at the getData function. So here's our getData function, and we can see it's actually a pretty simple function, but what it's doing is calling a method of the dialog object. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.